everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a get ready with me and not quite sure what I'm doing yet for makeup, but I know I am all into that bronzy look. And I recently did a video where it was kind of like a bronze skin look, but I didn't really do too much on the eye, just a rose gold sparkle. So I'm going to do something kind of similar. So I'm going to start off with my Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer in Radiant Nude. And like before, I want to add it to my damp Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. So I'll just add about 2 pumps to my sponge and put it all over my face. Again, I have already moisturized. I do every morning when I wake up. It's kind of like brushing my teeth now. But I am so excited because I have finally cleaned my makeup brushes. It seems like it took forever, but it really needed to be done. And that's just a reminder for everybody, because I know people like my mom, in case you're watching this, listen to this, is that people will have makeup brushes in their makeup kits for a long time and never really think about washing them, but they do need to be washed. If you're doing makeup, it doesn't even matter if you're doing makeup daily. Of course, like, depends what color you're getting on your brushes. If I do like a red or a really hot pink eye, of course, you don't want that color transferring to your next day makeup look. But I'm just talking, if you use your brush once and then you let it sit, the oil and the skin buildup and the bacteria will form on your brush, and it will possibly give you breakouts next time you do your makeup, or it would just, I don't know, it's just gross. It's kind of like pulling the hair from your brush, or, you know, like changing your toothbrush out every now and then. It just absolutely needs to be done. So please, guys, remember to always clean your brushes. Even if you use like Bath and Body hand soap, it's better than nothing. So please do it. Okay, so primer is all over my face, and I kind of feel like I could just go like this, but I always say, like, my under eye circles are so dark and I kind of want to have a full face of makeup today. I am actually just washing my car right now. As soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to go and wash my Jeep. But I'm going to do something later on tonight, like we're going out to a brewery. So, a brewery, did I say that right? Brewery. So I'm using my Real Techniques sponge again for my foundation, and I'm using my Tarte Double Duty Beauty Face Tape in medium neutral. So we'll blend it out and be right back. Okay, foundation is all blended out, and today I've decided to go with my Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Vanilla. And I'm going to cover up those dark circles. That is always my first step. It's like the most important step. This happens even when I'm not wearing foundation. Okay, so again, we'll blend this out and be right back. Concealer is done, and now we're going to set my face down with my favorite powder, my Coty Airspun. And while I'm setting this down, I just want to talk to you guys about an idea that Chad and I had. So this isn't something that we're going to do for sure, but I just wanted to get some feedback. And I know that I don't have like a whole bunch of followers or anything. And for those of you who are following my channel, I just want to thank you, and I appreciate that you're here and supporting me. But so the idea is this, that, and it kind of actually stemmed from my son's grandparents. So they are into craft breweries, and this is a huge thing. It might be a huge thing everywhere. I don't really know, because I haven't really traveled anywhere. But here anyway in Alberta, especially southern Alberta, like Calgary area, it's huge. And that is craft breweries. So going to these micro craft breweries are what they're called. And you know how there's large companies out there like Molson Canadian and Labatt and There's some from like Nova Scotia and BC too. But their beer is very common. You can find it anywhere. It's relatively cheap. But there are people here in Alberta that have decided to open their own breweries. And we have been supporting these local companies and just local people. So it first started in Red Deer, and I mean, there's lots of different breweries we've been to, and I could name them. But so Chad and I were at one downtown Edmonton the other night, and we were thinking, like, here I am. I have this YouTube channel, and I do makeup, which I hope everybody watching enjoys. But what if, and maybe not on my channel because I kind of stick to makeup and bullet journaling. But what if I was to create a channel where we went around touring breweries and gave reviews on the breweries and maybe the beer, and maybe not necessarily reviews because we're not critics or anything, but like, you know, kind of tell you what it looks like and our opinion of the brewery. And just because I think, and of course, like, it's not like we can't not work and to support like for bills and mortgage and stuff like that, but like on weekends or days off or time off, and we went around, I think it would be really neat because there are a lot of people who can't travel and can't go to different out of the way breweries, especially in Calgary. There's so many. So it would be kind of cool if we could go down there and then you could just go to the YouTube channel and just check it out and say, okay, well, you know, what's the opinion on this brewery? Or is it good? Like, what kind of beer do they have? Like, some breweries won't have IPA, so if you're not into the brewing world, an IPA, and again, I don't know the specifics of it, but an IPA stands for India Pale Ale, and it's just the way the hops, like how hoppy it is, and how long the yeast ferments, it kind of changes the taste of the beer. And there's probably lots of other factors as well, which I'm not familiar with how to actually make beer. But anyway, so there's just lots of different factors involved. So I just think it would be kind of cool because some breweries don't have IPAs, or they may have like a lot of dark beers. So I don't know, I think it'd be a cool idea. And for those people watching, what do you think? If I had more subscribers, I'd totally do like a voting thing where you could like vote on or like give your opinion. But you still can. You can comment into my channel and just tell me what you think. So yeah, let me know if you watch this video anyway. Okay, so right now I'm just taking my F30 large powder brush by Sigma, and I'm just basically bronzing my entire face with my favorite chisel, Tarte Park Ave Princess palette. And I will go into contour because I really like having a defined cheekbone. And I haven't added a glow product at all, but I feel like my face is very glowy. And I am kind of going in with all of these colors, so the sparkly one is in the middle, and the other two are matte shades. But next I'll go in with my F40 large angled contour brush and take usually the darkest shade and chisel out my cheekbones. I think this is my favorite, well, one of my favorite parts. I love all parts of makeup, but I love contouring. Okay, and then for the nose I won't do too much because I like the effect of when the sun hits your nose first, like I've been saying lately, and that you have more of a tan here and then right here. So that's where we'll apply some more bronzer. Just wait till summertime, you guys. I have a couple of darker foundations, and I think what I'll start doing is mixing them into the lighter colored ones. And then I'll get that full glowy bronze look that I'm looking for. With ease, it'll be easier because my skin will already be darker. Okay. Add some more here. Oh, I love bronzing. Okay, so then for blush, I'm actually going to go in with my Blush Bliss palette by Tarte, so this pretty golden purple one. And these colors are rockin'. They're very, very bright. But again, like I always say, do not be afraid to go in with bright anything, because you can always tone it down with powder, with blending. Like, that's what we have brushes for. So I'm just gonna like do a sweep of all of the colors because I feel crazy today. Tap off your brush and smile. And just a light dusting on the cheeks. And maybe a little bit, whoops, on the nose, chin. Good. Very flushed, very natural still. And we may as well go in with the highlight at the same time. So I'm going to use a different brush. This looks like a contour brush. No, I lied. It's a soft blend concealer brush, but just a smaller little brush that I'm looking for to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to go in with my gold today because I am a little warmer tanned looking. Top of my cheekbones. Oh, so pretty. My nose. Bridge of my nose, chin, Cupid's bow. None on the forehead. I'm good without it on the forehead today. And we will go and do brows and be right back. Okay, so before I went off camera, I forgot to tell you guys what I used for my brow products. Again, just the same as I've been using, but I did add my new Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. So it is just I will show you what it looks like here. It's called a Dip Brow Pomade, and it's the shade Ash Brown, so it makes my eyebrows look a little bit darker, which I'm loving right now. And I used the regular products, the Brow Wiz in, I believe it's chocolate, and then the clear brow gel on top after I've added the pomade. And again, we will do a video and I will show you how I've been doing my brows. And it's actually a lot easier than I've been doing before. It's quicker, it's easier, and I am loving it right now. So, the next step, I am going to do a little bit of shading on my eyes, but I want to do a red lip, and I have a newer product that I would like to show, but before we get there, let me add, I'm going to go in with my shadow. So Too Faced Natural Eyes, so this is the one with the shimmer in it. It's got shimmer and matte shades. I'm going into the shade Heaven first, just to put it all over my lid to give me some brightening, and as a base for the other shadow. I haven't been doing this as often lately, so I like to do a video every now and then of this. And instead of adding shimmer to the inner corners, I'm just going to add an extra little bit of this lighter shade right now. Done. So you can see it's really, really bright on the inner corners. And then I will add a transition shade with my E40 Tapered Blending. And we're actually just going to go in with this medium brown shade. It's called Cashmere Bunny. but I'm going to keep the shade more towards the outside because I don't want to go anywhere near that light inner corner. And again with this eye. Oops. Trying to add shimmer without even knowing it here. Okay, so it gives the eye a little bit of dimension, a little bit of shape, which I love. And then I'm going to add, what do we want to do today? I'm actually going to add a little bit of sparkle to the bottom. Yes, but before I do, I'm going to add a little bit of this darker color just to the outer corners. And kind of blend it, work it up its way into the crease. Just a little bit. And remember, keeping it all in the same brush. Normally I switch my brush out, but I want to kind of keep it the same brush today. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean up any fallout that is below my eye. And I'm going to take a really small brush. I think I'll stick with a pencil brush. And I am going to wet it with some Fix Plus. And I'm actually going to use, unfortunately, not even a colored shade, but from the MAC Pretty Punk palette. I'm going to go in with this shade here. It's kind of like a brownie, sparkly, I don't want to say pink, but it's really sparkly. So tap off the brush a little bit. And I'm just going to go underneath the lash line and kind of blend this color out. And we might have to blend it out with a dry brush as well. It's going to be really dark. I was going to do a colored on the under eye, but then I went and changed my mind at the last minute. Told you I didn't have no idea what I was going to go in with. Okay, so I don't want to add any more color than that. I might add just a little bit more to this eye here. It's very sparkly. And it actually does have a subtle undertone of, I want to say like pink or purple, but I can't really tell what color it is. So I'm adding it to the entire under eye, but I almost wonder if I shouldn't add a little bit more purple toward the inner part because now it's starting to make my eyes look smaller. But instead of even adding more color, I'm going to go in with a firm blender brush and I'm just going to blend that out. And remember, this is dry now. I just want to see what it looks like here. Because once you add mascara, it kind of changes the appearance of any color that you've added. I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and then again back in with the firm blender and just blend. Okay, kind of like that. So it has defined quite a bit, but it's pretty sparkly. But I'm not going to line the top because then I think it'll be too closed in and make my eyes smaller. So I think I'm going to stop there because if I continue, then it's going to go to a place that I'm not happy with. So I'm just going to blend out the outer corners here just a little bit more. And I'm kind of glad we didn't add any more sparkle to the inner corner because the face is already glowy, and I'm going to do a reddish colored lip. I'm really excited to showcase this product actually. And before we add mascara, which we will go off camera for, whoops, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray, and just give my face a little quick once over spray. Fan your face dry. And then we'll quickly do lips, and then I'll go off camera and do eyes. So this is actually relatively cheap. I was looking on the Sephora website and I came across this, and I kind of thought the peach line was done. Like I thought now that they were trying to get rid of their products, but they had this peach puff, long wearing diffused matte lip color, infused with peach and sweet fig milk. So I thought it was like that line was kind of like done with because they're coming out with all this fruit, like a different fruit line now, but this is new because I hadn't seen it there before. So the shade I got was called Straight Fire. I like that name, Straight Fire. So it's really red. This is what it looks like. It's got like a little puff on the end, and you just kind of push up and you turn the bottom. And I don't want to turn it too much. I just want to see if product comes out. And wait for it. No product. Keep turning. Wait a little bit. I think I'm starting to see something. And with a look like this, with such dark eyebrows and now the eyes, because as soon as I add mascara, the look is going to be already crazy, but I'm interested to see what this color looks like. Okay, so you can instantly see, as soon as I turned it a little bit more, it started coming out, and there it is. So I'm not going to add much more than that. I just want to see what I can do with this color now. My lips are a little bit dry, but we'll see what happens. And I might go into this first because it is matte, and then if it looks really weird, we'll outline the lips with the red pencil. Whoa, it has a crazy peach smell. And I think I was reading the reviews and it said something about a lip stain is how you would use it. So it is called a diffused matte lip color. Wonder what they mean by diffused. Maybe it's not as strong as like an actual liquid lip. It is applying just like a stain too. And stains are nice too. Like it's going to be matte, so it'll be long lasting, but you can add like a light gloss on top and it'll make your lips a little bit more moisturized. So at this point, I could go in with a pencil, which I might just a little bit. But if I go in with a pencil now, it's going to be really sharp and it's going to look like a matte red lip. So I think what I'm actually going to do is add a little bit of gloss. I'm just going to go in with my Glossier Coconut Balm and just add a little bit on my finger and smooth it onto my lips. So the color is coming off of my finger, so I don't think it's like waterproof or anything. And I'm not going to like blend it that much because I don't want it coming out onto past my lip line. But now that I already have that gloss on my lips, if I line them now, the gloss, like the lip liner, won't be that harsh. and it'll just be a light line. So I'm really liking the way that looks. It's not, when they mean diffused, they mean like a light stain. I really enjoy this color. So this is what we're gonna do. Even with that gloss on there, this pencil is really potent, so just be careful. Perfect. So it's not overdone, it's just very, very lightly added. And I really like that. That looks really pretty. Okay, so one quick step before we go to mascara. The other day I actually added the same product, but it was a different shade. This is called Diamond Dust, and it's actually the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the inner corner, like the lower lash line, inner corner. And I'm just going to take a tiny liner brush, take a little bit of the product, and it's just going to give a little bit of sparkle to your eye. And if you catch it in the right light, you're going to see the sparkle, but it won't be overdone. I'm really enjoying this. Okay. There, so every time I turn, you can kind of see it in the light. And I think once I have mascara on, it's going to look really cute. So we'll be right back and I'll show you what the finished look looks like after mascara is applied. And I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. So I was having a conversation with a girl that I know that works in the store that I love. And she was saying that this is the mascara she uses. And I said, oh, I hate that mascara. I used to use it. And now I can't stop using it. So I'm not being two-faced. Ah ha ha. Total pun on my part. But I just found a new love for it again. So anyway, okay, moving on. We'll be right back. Alright, you guys. So mascara is done. I made a teensy tiny boo-boo right here, but I'm just going to wait for the mascara to dry and then I'll take it off with a Q-tip. So that is the completed look. And to me, this kind of looks like a sultry daytime look. Like the eyes almost look like a very light, smoky, blown out look. And it wasn't even intended to be that, but that's kind of what it turned out to be. And I think that lower lash line played a huge part, and the dark eyebrows kind of help. And this product, I really like this stuff. I'm not sure if I like using it dry, but I'd probably add a gloss on top just to give it a little bit of sheen and get it to blend better because it does go on very matte. It dries quickly. I'm not sure about buying any other colors. I love the red, and then even adding that little bit of sparkle on the inner corners. This is so pretty. So, you guys, let me know what you think about this finished makeup look. And please be sure to subscribe, hit the bell button below to be notified every single time I post a video. And we will see y'all next time. Take care.